Levarme la moustache en la capucha. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquitacatica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Casito patanilo, mira tacatiquipuletica. Sani levarme la moustache en la capucha.
What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And I have to say hello to the bad guy, because I have been holding off on doing this video because I was letting everybody get their opinions in on this quarterback situation. And I started to sit up there and understand that everybody is going through a state of depression when it comes to this thing, because they said the first thing of depression is anger. Then it becomes, I think it's anger, then it's acceptance. It's anger, sadness, acceptance, and then reality or something like that. Whatever it is. But what I've noticed is that all of you, everyone out there that is talking about this quarterback situation, all seem to be thinking you guys are thinking in such a small way. Now understand, I get it. Aaron Rodgers isn't coming here. I didn't want him here anyway, but that's just me. My thing is this: everything you can have for the right price. That's Joey Greco saying. I think that's the saying. Hey, don't quote me on that, but I think that's the saying. Everything can be had at the right price. So for everybody sitting up there saying, oh, we're not going to be able to get Russell Wilson, we're not going to be able to get Deshaun Watson, you guys aren't thinking big enough. Because again, everything can be had for the right price. At the end of the day, you can get Russell Wilson out of Seattle. All you got to do is give Seattle exactly what they want. And a lot of y'all are saying, well, they would want another quarterback in return. How do you know that? How do you know that they would want a quarterback in return? I mean, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, they can start the rebuilding process that they've been wanting to start for some years now. So understand this. We have a lot of resources that can go about, that can get a Russell Wilson here. Now, do I think Russell Wilson is going to be here? Probably not. Do I think a Deshaun Watson can be gotten? Yes. Even with his legal issues, yeah. But again, we have to realize that anything can be getting at any price. Now, with that being said, for all of you who are the Jimmy Garoppolo people, bring in Jimmy Garoppolo. For all you people who are the Mitchell Trubisky people, the people who are out there, the Marcus Mariota people, I just have to say this to you guys, and I want y'all to understand my message very clearly. What in the hell are y'all thinking? Y'all really think that bringing in a Jimmy Garoppolo, bringing in a Marcus Mariota, bringing in a Mitchell Trubisky will make us better? Or somehow you're going to think that one of these three guys are going to be a better quarterback? Do you really think that? Understand this. You bring in any of those guys, guess what? We're going to see 7 and 10 again. Hell, we might see 6 and 11. We're not going to sit up there and even come close to sniffing the playoffs. Those guys don't do anything that, guess what, Taylor hasn't already done. That's another factor. Okay, everybody's forgetting the X factor. Taylor Heineke is the X factor. Do you really think, for even the slightest of moments, that Taylor Heineke is going to let Jimmy Garoppolo, Mitchell Trubisky, Marcus Mariota come in here and take the job from him? Do y'all really think somehow, some way that is going to happen? Understand this. We're talking about Taylor Heineke after a year After an entire year of playing football, not only playing football, but playing against number one teams. He went up against a number one schedule this year. And he actually pulled out wins that we weren't supposed to get. He pulled out wins. There were games that Taylor actually kept Washington in the game. So understand this. Why would you bring in guys that the guy we already have can beat out? Not only that, do you honestly think that Taylor Heinicke and his competitive spirit and nature is somehow going to accept being beaten out by Jimmy Garoppolo, a Mitchell Trubisky, or Marcus Mariota? Come on, y'all. Yeah, they all may have better arms than him, but they're not going to beat him out. Understand that they're not. Taylor is going to come in here with a reckless abandonment expecting to win the starting job. And we all know this. He did it last year. In reality, he beat out Ryan Fitzpatrick. He beat Ryan Fitzpatrick out. The only reason Ryan Fitzpatrick started was because they signed him as a free agent and gave him all that money. Taylor outplayed Ryan Fitzpatrick in the OTAs, in the training camp, and come on, we all saw it. We even saw it in the We saw it. We saw it, people. So you really think that if you don't bring in a Deshaun Watson, you don't bring in a Russell Wilson, hell, even if you brought in, do you understand that even these subpar quarterbacks coming into this draft, you really think Taylor's going to let one of them beat him out? Do you really think that? I mean, this guy is the ultimate X Factor. That's what we should call him. Taylor Heinicke, the X Factor. X Factor is the guy. I'm not saying he's the starter, but understand this. There's no way that Taylor's going to let Marcus Mariota or Mitchell Trubisky or Jimmy Garoppolo beat him. Again, do you think that Taylor's going to come in here? Now, understand this. Taylor will understand if a Deshaun Watson comes in. Taylor would take the back seat. He would understand that. Taylor would take the back seat if Russell Wilson came here. He would understand. But do you really think that Taylor is going to understand that he's not supposed to win the job when he's going up against guys that he know for a fact he can beat? Like, are we being serious right now? Now, understand this. I'm not making this a point of saying Taylor Heinicke should be the starter, but I will say this. If Ron doesn't make a move, it's going to be bad, no matter how you look at it. For some people, it may be even worse. Because, again, we're talking about Taylor Heinicke his first full season as the quarterback for the Washington football team or the Commanders. And you're talking about the fact that he went against a first-place schedule. So understand he got to see the best of the best when it came to quarterbacks opposite of him. You don't think that Taylor's been in the lab working and cooking up some stuff? Because that's what he's doing. And understand this, because he has a grasp of the offense, you really think that either one of those three guys can come in here and beat out Taylor Heinicke? Really? Really? Understand this. Mitchell Trubisky is in the situation he's in because why? He regressed 2 years straight. Everybody wants to blame Matt Nagy and his offense. That's a lie because guess what? Matt Nagy's offense got Mitchell Trubisky to the Pro Bowl in his second year in the league. So for all of you who want to believe that Matt Nagy stuff, that's BS. Those are his agents and everybody sitting up there propping him up. He's not that good. He's just not that good. And then most of y'all are talking about paying him $10 or $15 million for a subpar quarterback? Come on, y'all. A subpar quarterback that probably couldn't beat out Taylor Heineke for the starting job. You gonna make trades for Jimmy Garoppolo? Are you crazy? You gonna sit up there and sign Marcus Mariota, who hasn't started? He hasn't started a full season or several games for the past 3 years, 2 or 3 years or something like that. He hasn't been playing. So why would any of y'all want subpar quarterbacks coming here when the subpar quarterback we got here can beat all 3 of those out for the starting job? Man, y'all, I just don't understand it. And I'm going to tell y'all this too. I need the narrative that Ron Rivera didn't get to pick his quarterback to stop. He did get to pick his quarterback, and he screwed up. He got to pick his quarterback, and he screwed up. Y'all don't believe me? Remember, he didn't even get everybody thinks that Dwayne Haskins was benched for poor play. Remember, if y'all remember, the reason Ron gave us the reason Ron gave for why he benched Dwayne Haskins was because they had an opportunity to go after the NFC East. Remember that? Remember that? They benched Dwayne Haskins after the bye week. And everybody throughout the city was like, that was just too short. Then remember Alex Smith, when Alex Smith said that, hey, they didn't want me to come in and start. But all y'all act like Ron Rivera didn't choose his quarterback. He did. He chose him on draft day. Remember that 5th round pick that we traded away to get Kyle Allen? That was Ron's quarterback. That was the quarterback Ron selected. That was the quarterback, because remember that they brought in Kyle Allen before the season even started. Before the season even started, Kyle Allen was here. That was Ron Rivera's quarterback. And guess what? His quarterback last year couldn't beat out the offensive coordinator's quarterback. And then when we saw him in the cleanup possession in the game, Kyle Allen didn't even look that good. And now we're talking about the possibility of bringing somebody else in to do the starting job. So in reality, Ron Rivera's quarterback failed. His coaching staff has failed to develop one in all their time from Carolina to Washington. What y'all think will make a difference? I'm just saying this, y'all. If we're going to go down the path of subpar quarterbacks, we might as well start the subpar quarterback that we got here. And at the end of the day, our subpar quarterback will actually be better than the quarterbacks that he could beat out. I'm telling y'all something. There is a guy out there that Washington can get, and they can get him. Like I said, the guy is in Green Bay, and he's not Aaron Rodgers. He's Jordan Love. Understand this. Jordan Love looked better in a few games than Mitchell Trubisky did when he came in for Josh Allen. Remember when he came in for Josh Allen? Remember how many touchdowns he threw? 0. How many picks did he throw? 1. Screwed up the game for Buffalo. The thing is this, y'all. We can't keep going down this mediocre quarterback carousel. It's never worked out for us. Never. It's never worked out for us. It never will work out for us. And the longer we keep going down this road, it's going to always be us arguing over which subpar quarterback becomes the quarterback of the Washington Commanders or football team or Redskins. This has been your man John Fortune. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Leave a comment below. Tell me what y'all think. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic. I doubt it, but still, subpar is subpar. This has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.